Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of SnowRunner. You join me today down at the drilling site with a task up in the top right hand side that's called Winter Stores, and that's for Huskey forwarding. And the keen-eyed among you might be looking at this truck here and going, what is that? Where did it come from? It is a Vulcan of some description. It's the Vulcan Grad, and I bought it because simply why not? Very cool looking truck. I don't have many Russian trucks, only one or two, and this one has all-wheel drive and diff lock available to it, and I wanted to give it a shot. There's a few Vulcan branded trucks available, but this one seemed the most expensive, so I went for it. Now the task that we have in store for us today is to take this service trailer up to Smithville Dam to do the winter stores task. We also need to pick up some vehicle spare parts en route as well. Nothing too difficult. We're gonna do them together. I am gonna steal fuel from that trailer though. Let's have a quick look at the map and see there is a way out here, along there. You know what? Let's actually do that. Let's see what this Vulcan is really like. Given it is a Monday, I am recording this on the day of release, which is a rare thing. I usually record about a week ahead, but I'm doing this on the day, and it's been an incredibly busy day for me. So this video actually is scheduled to go out in 3 hours time from the moment I'm recording this, so that's fun and interesting. Where is this exit up here? Right in front of me. But this, I think, going this way is obviously somewhat challenging, but we know it can be done. We've dragged a massive trailer down through here in the past, but never with this truck. And I want to put this truck through its ringers, see if it's worth even getting. I know that we lose money when we resell trucks, but not too much. Not enough for me to really care about. We've got massive amounts of money anyway, so I can be somewhat reckless with our cash. But this truck so far, it looks pretty cool. On the way over here, it drove very well. It's not too bad for fuel either. That was obviously without a trailer on the back and not being stuck in the mud. So we'll see how it gets on with the swampy bits, and could potentially be a new favourite truck. But as it currently stands, we are a little bit away from that point now. As it currently stands, this truck would be the one that moves to the next region with us. But we are a long way away from that day, and probably another, I'd say maybe 20 at least episodes, maybe even 30, but it's not going to be this week, that is for sure. Now so far, even though these service trailers do tend to be quite heavy, it's doing absolutely fine. The game audio did just cut out there randomly. It cut out for me and for OBS, so that's a bit strange. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. Let's take a swing around here. So far, very impressed. Of course, we are not an early level at this point, so we did manage to get the big, chunky, aggressive looking mud tyres. I think they're 50-inch mud tyres at that, which is very cool. Very expensive as well, might I add. 8.5 grand for the tyres, which, I mean, I'm not particularly worried about money, but that is more than pocket change. It's probably more than we'll get for this contract. Slowing down a little bit in this bit of mud We don't have diff lock on just now, that is available when we go into low range, but we'll hold off from doing that for as long as possible, see how far the auto gear can really get us. So far, quite far. Of course, now it's raining and I'm not entirely sure where the road is from here. There's the audio flickering in and out again. I don't know what causes that. It's a weird bug that the game has every now and again. But I will slowly drudge my way through here. I'll bring you guys back if anything happens, like if we get stuck or anything like that. I'll make my way up to that tunnel entrance and I'll see you guys there. Okay, here we are up at the service hub and let's get some service spare parts put in the truck. That will add to the weight and help with the traction. It got here with no issue at all, but in the essence of full transparency, I did restart the game to hopefully repair the audio bug that I had. I think it was caused by an error that I made. When I launched the game, it was in the wrong sound profile and the game audio was playing through through my headset basically, and I changed it after the game had loaded, which sometimes it causes the audio to cut out like it was earlier in this video, but I've restarted the game and that seems to have fixed it thus far, so hopefully it stays that way. But now that we're fully loaded up, we have a bit of a journey ahead of us through Smithville Dam. The first leg of the journey is going to see us coming down to the farm, which with a fully loaded truck this will be a real test for this Vulcan. So far I'm very pleased with this truck. It will end up going back to Black River though, because that is where I'm going to need a truck of this particular type, because we still have things to do in Black River. Although we are now more or less here in Smithville Dam for all of the main missions, I don't want to get to the same instance that we got to in Alaska where we had a million side tasks to do after the main missions were complete. I'd like to spread my time around between the side missions and the main contracts, so we will be using this truck to do some of those over in Black River before it finally comes over here more permanently, if not to another sort of local region altogether. This is barely a road. Someone should really do something about this tracking. This is not how tracks should be. This is more like a river. Now I did discover in the last episode that you don't have to go this way. You can take the shortcut through the fields, but I've got all-wheel drive and diff lock now, so I don't need to. Even with all-wheel drive and diff lock, dragging a trailer through this is a slow process while we are dragging it through. Let's have a look at this cool paint job. It looks like a crow or a raven, possibly. Just let me know in the comments what you think that is. And there's some lightning. It's very, very cool. Very cool indeed. I do like how this truck looks. Now speaking of trucks, up ahead there's a truck kind of annoyingly abandoned in the road. It's the one we left there after the previous episode. It's not completely in the way, but it'd be nice if the White Star wasn't just sitting right there in the middle of the track. But we'll deal with that another time. That's not a today issue. That's a tomorrow problem. It's a bit of a steep hill to climb up here. Now there is multiple ways you can go to the logistics base. This just happens to be the way I'm going, and I'll show you on the map here. So we've come through the farm. You don't have to though. You can take this side track here, and then this track here, and then finally this track here. I'm just going to straight line through here up to there, and up to there, then over to there. Simple as that. Go for the direct route. Now as for fuel, we've got some on the back. We'll be fine. So we don't need to worry about that. Although I do think I should possibly get one of the less useful trucks set up somewhere on this map for fuel. I do have a fuel carrier trailer way over at the other side of the map, but there's something in the middle. Possibly put another fuel carrier trailer. Nah, we don't need one at the garage actually. The gas station isn't too far from the garage. Maybe one around the dam. We're stuck on a rock. We were stuck on a rock. This truck will go elbow deep through a river, but a pebble on the road is enough to bring it to a halt. But let's make some progress through this track. Final little stretch here. I say little stretch, we are not particularly close to our destination, but we are... Oh, we're stuck again. Yet another stone got in the way by the looks of it. What way does the road go here? Am I even on a road anymore? Not convinced I am. No. No, I am not. Oops. Well, I'm somewhat committed now, so cross country it is. Hopefully we can find a way back out of this situation. One thing I haven't done with this truck is upgraded the winch. It does have a standard medium winch, but if you're interested in this truck, it is a off-road variant of a truck, hence the all-wheel drive and things like that. It's that's the category it's in, and that's the road I should have been on. Let's see if we can get down to that in preferably the right number of pieces. There we are. That's a bit of a testament to what the truck's like. We just forge our own trails. Destroy trees when we get to the right trails. That's not good on the trailer. The truck stayed upright, but the trailer very nearly didn't. Well, this looks nice and dry around here. So here we are at the destination. It looks like there's a long trailer there with metal beams on it. New trailer discovered. That's our trailer delivered, and let's push the right button. No cargo to load. I want to unload. How peculiar. Let's see what's happening here. Is indeed where we are. That's very strange. Let me see what I can do about that, and I'll bring you guys back in a second. Okay, figured out what the issue was. I had service spare parts, not vehicle spare parts, so I've had to come all the way back down to the service centre and get the right ones. I'll be honest, I recovered, so I didn't drive all the way back, but I now do need to drive all the way back. That was it was just an oversight on my part. It's been one of those days today, but not to worry, I will take the pain away from you guys having to watch me do that all again, and I'll see you guys back up as we come into the logistics space. Okay, back where we were. That trailer is still there. I assume it will disappear when I reload the game. If not, free service trailer. There we are. $5,000 reward for that one. And that was actually a main mission. We've maintained the drilling operation, which is absolutely outstanding. Let's see what we can get from here. Drilling spare parts. That's it. Good to know. But, as I mentioned, this video is due to go out in just over 2 hours time, so I need to go and get the editing done and get this one uploaded. But if you've liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe, and I want to give a big welcome and thank you to all the new recent subscribers. And if you haven't done so already, please consider doing so. It's absolutely free to subscribe, and it's absolutely awesome to see the sub count tick up day by day. It's awesome. It's the best feeling in the world. But you can also ring the bell icon as well, and that way you get notified of all future uploads. So if you are enjoying the content, then that is your best bet to be notified when videos go live. And you can also join me over on Discord. The link is in the video description. Head over to Discord and come and have a chat with me. I'm usually available on Discord most of the time. But thank you all very kindly for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.